Welcome to Patch Notes 4.7. That is Pillars of Success. I'm Young Link. I'm going to be your host here today. And I got my boy Adonis. I know you're more in the hands of the gods here now, but I'm going to pick that old Smite Pro brain here to help me out. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be here on the 4.7 Patch Notes. It's been a while since I've been involved in anything Smite, but I'm excited for this one.
All right. Well, we're definitely happy to have you here. We're just going to hop right into it for you. We're going to go straight into skins. The first one we have here is a great one. This is the Vampiric Scylla skin. It's a bit of a darker take on Scylla for you. This one's actually going to be part of your summer season ticket bundle for you. That means that when you pick up that season ticket bundle, you actually get this one for it right out of the gate, and you get to go ahead and start voting on that SPL match. Just get a couple of boosters in there for you as well. So, I mean, speaking of that season ticket, do you think you've been doing a good job picking how the games are going so far, or how's your FP?
I've been trying on the season ticket. It's not been going well for me. My fantasy points have plummeted just a little bit. I haven't been keeping up with the consistency, but sure. I got a couple. I got some of the nice skins that have been coming out.
I'll say I'm the same way. I think it's good when I can't exactly predict how the SPL is going.
It's hard now.
It's good
real
for the
hard.
SPL, but it's bad for my fantasy points. Yeah. All right. So that's Vampiric Scylla skins looking great. The second one we got coming up here for you, that's going to be Modern Messenger Mercury. I want you all to imagine here, like if Mercury was here in 2017 and punching you in the face, this is what he'd look like. I'm sure we got him up here on the screen here for you. He's going to be part of the rewards for the season ticket for you. So that means if you're not like me and Adonis, you're actually getting your FP, eventually you'll be able to get this this Modern Messenger Mercury skin as a reward for moving that one on. So you think you might be playing a little more Mercury moving forward after this?
Yeah, I think I might be buying some fantasy points to get this skin, to be honest. It's because predicting the games has not been going well for me. I've been way too far off.
Well, I'll tell you that Vampiric Scylla skin comes in a bundle with some free fantasy points with it, so that might be one we're going to have to pick up, get a little fantasy points to help us get closer to Mercury. And then we're on here to our final skin for it. This is going to be the Sparrow Nike skin. We're going to get that card up here. Because once that art's on the screen, we're going to get to take a look at Nike's assets, I believe, on that card art, because she is moving away in the picture, so we got a good one there for you. But this one is going to be available for direct purchase. That's only 400 gems, so a lot of great skins here in this patch. Some of them part of that season ticket, but some of them just direct purchasable. So I hope you all take part in those and enjoy some of those great skins our art team worked up here for us.
Yeah, the art team did a fantastic job, honestly, working on all three of these skins, getting prepped for 4.7, so I'm excited to see the players get their hands on them.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to hop right into what you all were here for us for. First off, it is item balance. That first item we're going to take a look at is Shield of Regrowth. Now, the change we got here had decreased CDR. That's from 20% to 10%, and then actually an increase in health to sort of make up for that. That's 200 health to 300 health. So I think it's a bit of a nerf overall, but it's also sort of a shift as well to maybe make it a little less offensive and make it more of a defensive item, which I think it was meant to be really all along.
It really was. It's kind of that escape tool where you get that bonus speed. The extra health going to help a little bit out, and then the decreased CDR. CDR, it kind of just felt like a bloated stat on that item, and so the team really looked at what we wanted this item to do, and the bonus health was, I think, the correct direction to take it.
It was almost an auto buy on gods like Chang'e, Hercules, so I think bringing these down makes it a little bit more situational, and it'll fit that niche a little bit better. Second change we're going to be looking at here, this one's more of a relic change here. We got the Meditation Cloak. Now Meditation Cloak heals for a flat amount, so that's going to be scaling with your levels. So the heals change from 15% of the caster's max health to 75 plus 12 health per level. Second change here is going to be on the Mana Restored. So Mana Restored is going from 35% of the caster's mana to 30% of the target's max mana. So we break it down a little bit, starting with that health change here first. I think maybe this is meant to bring a little more consistency to the item. What are we thinking here with this change for it?
It is consistency. It's also a little bit of balance in the fact that most of the gods you see pick up meditation are ones that are very tanky, that build into these high health pools, and meditation was just a little bit too effective when a 3,500 health guardian is transferring that percentage to his team. It was a little bit too impactful on fights, and flattening, I think, makes it a much more balanced item in that regard.
Yeah, and it's a little inconsistent. If you pick it up because it's something you need on maybe a lower health target, you might not be getting the same burst that you're used to normally. So this way you can expect a little bit more consistency from it. And then on that mana side here, again, that change I think is going to help out so that on the target that actually needs it, your carry that has the bigger mana pool is going to get more out of it now.
Yeah,
so I think those are big changes.
Like you mentioned.
Absolutely. Well, we'll go on here to the next relic change here. That's going to be the Cursed Ankh. For this one here, our cooldown was reduced from 150 seconds to 100 seconds. This isn't too big of a change here. What do you think they were trying to go for with bringing down this cursed Ankh here?
This is really just a focus on healing and making sure to cut down the amount of healing. You'll notice again, we mentioned the meditation earlier, so we're taking a good look
Shield of Regrowth
at a whole how effective healing is and where we want to tune it. And that's the reason we brought the Cursed Ankh down. We do want players to be able to counter it a little bit more consistently throughout the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with that, that's over 2 minutes when it was at that 150-second mark. So this here just lets you have it a little more often. So that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea there. We'll go into the God balances here first and some bug fixes. First thing off, though, we do want to let y'all know Kuzumbo has kidnapped Chang'e here. So I think that means that once you complete, your card adventure racing, you got another mission to go after now. Let's try and maybe get Chang'e back, rescue the princess here. I don't know. You think maybe that might be the next adventure we're looking at here?
Hey, who knows? We got a couple adventures planned for you guys at home, so look out for some announcements in the futures about them.
Absolutely. We'll keep our eye on it there for you, Don. So I'm going to hold you to it. Next bug fix coming up here for you with a Muzen Bees. That is the passive for Muzen. We have updated the description of this ability with the correct radius for this ability. Yes. We've been through a couple bug fixes, so this is a really important one. When you're playing a Muzen, he's essentially unplayable if we didn't get this change in here, so I think this is pretty big.
He was basically dead in the meta. No one was picking him up, but now that we've fixed the words in his description, he's playable now.
I expect Barracuda to be playing him, Zapman, Ataraxia, so we'll see a lot more Muzen here now. But that gives us a lot of time here now. We've covered, some of the changes here. We've seen that there's been a refocus from, maybe bringing down some of these healing items as being a constant thing here, giving us a little more options to them. So with that context, I want to talk a little bit here about our new god that we have. That's going to be Ganesh, the god of success that we're looking at here. I'm really excited for this god. He's going to be a guardian, obviously, that we're bringing in here for him. I'll be more than happy to go through, some of his abilities here. But you know a little bit about what we were trying to do here when we brought Ganesh in, or you think he's someone might be able to see some other roles or anything like that before we run through these abilities.
I think he's definitely a pretty hard guardian. That's mostly we'll get to him, but his passive is the big one.
Absolutely.
That I think we're going to be covering with that, and I think this is probably one of our truest guardians that we've put into Smite.
Yeah, his kit, and you'll see here because we're about to run through those abilities. It has a lot of crowd control in here first. We'll start off with that passive. Anytime Ganesh deals a killing blow, the nearest friendly god is actually going to receive credit, and then Ganesh gets the assist for it. His assist rate is also going to be increased by 20, and the time where he can receive the assist has actually been increased too. So this is important, especially when you're solo queuing, and your support is taking all the last hits for you.
It's fine now. It's fine. The support can kill steal if you're in the area now.
That's right. Or not just to say maybe as the ADC, but sometimes when I'm playing support and I don't trust my ADC to secure the kill, I can go ahead and secure it now, and still make sure all that farm is going to the right place. So I think this passive is pretty strong, and like you said, it feels like a true support passive as well, like making sure my ADC is doing all the right things. Absolutely. We'll go into here to his ability 1 next. That's going to be Turn of Fate here coming out from Ganesh. This is his line ability. Ganesh curses his enemies with considerable willpower. For each god he hits, all allied gods within 55 units gain bonus damage. So it sounds like with this ability, not just lane clear, but you got to make sure you hit some many gods in there too. How is this going to change up that dual lane early clear, especially towards the early game?
Yeah, it's actually pretty potent if Ganesh can really start gaining control of a lane. The ability is also incredibly strong in team fights. It's kind of reminiscent of Khepri's Rising Sun.
Absolutely.
We really liked that ability and kind of the impact and the dynamic that players had to choose to use it offensively or defensively, and I think Ganesh's ability here kind of brings that same scope.
Yeah, got to agree with you on that one. We'll go on to ability 2 here. This is going to be Ohm for Ganesh's Cone ability. Ganesh begins chanting and is slowed slightly, but may move in all directions. He silences all enemies in a cone in front of him and increases physical protections for the allies around him. So this seems like a strong initiation tool for Ganesh, perhaps. What are you thinking here for this ability, too?
This is definitely a big team fighting ability, and I think we did a really good job of channeling Ganesh, the god, and kind of the lore into this ability. The Ohm, everyone really knows what it does. And just the fact that you're going to be able to get those protections on your team, get some silences out, it's going to be pretty impactful in team fights, and players are going to have to play around it.
Yeah, and using that correctly is going to be important. But ability 3 form, that's going to be remove obstacles. Ganesh dashes through obstacles, he knocks up, he deals damage. But I think here the big star of the show is going to be that 4th ability, the Dharmic Pillars. He brings up these 4 great pillars, kind of reminiscent maybe of old Nuwa, where you have a lot of damage there when you pass between the pillars. Tell me a little bit about that ultimate here and how that's going to be used.
Yeah, the team really wanted to bring back Nuaw's old alt. It's been on the minds for quite some time, and we found that Ganesh was actually the perfect option for this, and it just kind of fit with this kit, and we're excited to see how players use it.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have, be able to go through these patch notes. Thank you all so much for tuning in here with us. We're just about at the end of it. We'll have 4.8 coming out of here to no time soon, so thanks for sticking around.
Hey, what's up, folks? Tom Badger here. On behalf of everybody that took part, thanks for watching the caster. We really appreciate it. But if you want to dig even deeper and find behind-the-scenes action, some commentary, and all the other fun stuff, check out the caster's YouTube page, youtube.com/thecastershow. We definitely appreciate it, and we'll see you later.